Good. Oh
Read
my.
it, Ozzy.
Really? I can't believe this. The views and opinions of the Ozzy V are for entertainment purposes only and factual purposes only. Give me a break. And do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Flesh Wound Features, Flesh Wound Horror, or any of their respective affiliates and podcasters like Stupid Dan. Thank you.
There is a Dan
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Farce, where we review and discuss your and our favorite comedy films. In this case, not mine at all, probably Stupid Greg's. This is the world's first and only combination trivia host and professional wrestling announcer of Chilean descent that currently resides in Southern California, Ozzy V. And with me, as always, on this program, first in the Northern California Bay Area, world-famous juggler Greg Larson. How you doing, Greg?
I'm on vacation right now. 49ers won. Life is great. How about yourself, Ozzy?
Do you have to mention football right now?
Yes.
I mean, granted, by the time this is coming out in the middle of October, the Raiders will still probably suck. I don't know. They suck today, week 3, when we're recording this. I'm not in the greatest of moods, especially since I had to watch this piece of crap last night. Also with us, ladies and gentlemen, Flesh Wound producer Todd. How you doing, Todd?
Chilling.
Yeah, good. I'm ready to get started with this. This week, we're reviewing and discussing The Trail of the Screaming Forehead, suggested by Greg, which was released on June 8, 2007. Todd, do you have a trailer for this?
Yes.
If you say no, it'll make me happy. Please say no.
I got a trailer.
Yeah.
You're all messed up. Why, that looks like a forehead. I've got it, Philip. I have it.
Let's just call it for now forehedacy.
Holy crap!
Philip,
Your head. What's happened to you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You see, there's something like a flu in their foreheads.
What'll it be, Buster? We're gonna get a forehead. A what?
A forehead!
That was the trailer for The Trail of the Screaming Forehead, released on June 8, 2007, with a runtime of 88 minutes, 87 minutes too long, with a rating of TVMA. Written
Really?
and directed, yes, TVMA. Written and directed by Larry Blamire.
Blamire.
I don't care. My brain does not want to pronounce his name correctly because I'm so pissed off for him thinking of such garbage and then you needing to say, hey, we need to watch this movie. Anyway, starring, well, who's this? Okay, the best 2 actors in this film we saw in the trailer, Dick Miller and Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy, known as Latecomer, by the way, and which I just want to say real quick, initial thoughts on this. I'm going to put my end of the initial thoughts. Actually, no, I'll go into my whole initial thoughts here. Initial thoughts on this. I saw it was from the same people who did Skeleton of whatever the Cadaver movie. I was not looking forward to this. This movie put me in a bad mood already from the trailer. It put me in a worse mood from watching the movie. And seeing Kevin McCarthy at the end was a bright spot. Seeing Dick Miller was a bright spot. But you can't polish a turd. You can't. I mean, maybe there's some parts that were undigested, I guess, like fresh pieces of corn. I don't know. But this is not one of these films. Okay, so this is starring Andrew Parks and Faye Masterson. I will say the one individual who I did not mind in this movie was Dr. Applethorpe. And the reason being is because I felt he played his character the most straight and with the most energy. And next week, we'll have another film where I can go back to this. But a big problem that I had with this movie, like with the Skeleton and Cadaver movies.
You mean we had one last week?
What do you mean? Oh, yes. Last week,
Wait, no,
you can go back and you'll understand what I'm talking about. This if you're trying to do a parody and the energy doesn't match the kind of ridiculousness that you're doing, it comes off as just putting people in a bad mood.
Wait,
That's what it did to me.
Wait. You're gonna tell me that the energy has to match when we are all fans of Naked Gun films, which were phenomenal with not being ridiculous by playing it deadpan and straight.
Deadpan and straight doesn't mean low energy.
Andrew,
What's his face here? No, specifically Andrew Parks here, the guy who played Dr. Philip Latham.
Mhm.
Garbage in terms of his performance.
How dare you?
You can have something like Naked Gun and already have something that's good with the script alone. But then when you need the talent to enhance what the script is providing, and the talent does nothing to enhance the script. Oh my God. If I wanted to see a live reading of something, I wouldn't have popped in a movie. It just felt like this person was reading the lines from memory and not performing them. And ultimately, that's the problem with these movies, is you have people that do that. Like the guy who smiles a lot, Skipper Dan, which, I mean, coincidentally, the name of the Weird Al Yankovic song, I mean, come on. He seems like the kind of guy that tried to be a politician and failed. Just
Big
by
man.
that, every time he had that smile, it just made me want to punch the TV. Thankfully, I didn't do that because I like my TV more than I did this movie. What are your guys' initial thoughts? I don't understand humor. God, really? Out of context. You're like Fox News.
Oh man. So I love it. So first off, when I had looked up, because I hadn't seen this film, and I specifically, I know there's a few of this series that are out there, and I've intentionally not watched them in hopes that we'd watch them on the show and I can have a first impression of them. So, although judging by Ozzy's face, this may be the last one.
Yes, no, it is. It is the last one. And in fact, it says, hold on a second. I wrote this down. Well, actually, my first note was, God damn it, Greg.
My first note, which I shared with Ozzy, was Big Dan character first enters and says salty, piratey sea dogs is probably the instant that pisses off Ozzy for the remainder of the movie.
Made me want to inflict violence, I'll tell you that much. Todd?
I was really looking forward to this. Had nothing to do with the movie itself. Had specifically to do with this. While they aren't my cup of tea, they don't make me violently angry like Ozzy.
Can we at least acknowledge that when I researched the Rotten Tomatoes score, this is the highest of the three we've watched in rating. This got a 60% on their score versus Lost Skeleton, which is 58.
I think this is just because it was the newer one out of them. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Did this come out before the sequel?
I think so.
And then this was still rated. Listen,
and the sequel was less than the original.
I'm not going to try to make sense of Rotten Tomatoes reviews with this movie. I could easily see a world where you have some people rating it high because they know it's bad because it'll piss off people like me. I know people like that exist in this world.
I don't think that happens.
No, specifically not. Oh, we're gonna rate this down to piss off Ozzy. No, we're gonna rate this. We're gonna rate this up just because it'll piss off people. No, because I mean, if I could go to Rotten Tomatoes right now and give Dumb and Dumber 2 a glorious rating, and I could tell my friends, go ahead.
I was gonna say those people are doing that with trail to this screaming forehead. They're busy doing that on Miss Marvel and
No.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. And people that maybe gave the rating of that to the movie were actually all the people that went in or worked on the movie,
That happens.
and
a
then
lot,
nobody
too.
else rated it. How about that? Maybe that happened. I have a feeling that happened.
I do have to say, I think that my opinion shouldn't matter on a lot of future possible movies. We should ask the people who watch this show, do you want to see more from this genre? Don't take my word, Ozzy doesn't care about anymore, but you, the people, need to voice your opinion. Should we do more of this genre?
I think we take it to the people.
Yeah. Ozzy, are you going to say you don't care about the people?
You are so full of shit right now. I don't even care that I cursed. It pisses me off so much that this movie exists, and watching through it and going through saying like, oh my God, I still have an hour and 15 minutes for an 88-minute movie. I felt like I was squeezing my head for 9 hours straight.
Did you
That's
feel
what
like your
watching
forehead
this-
was getting bigger?
Oh my God. Maybe that's why I was trying to squeeze my forehead open. If I squeeze my forehead enough, maybe everything will stop.
I think
I
that's the
wasn't
psychological part of it. It was making you feel like you were being invaded.
Yeah,
And-
my
and-
enjoyment was being invaded by a bunch of assholes. That's what happened.
Wrong body part, but
Yeah.
sorry, Ozzy.
Are we done with initial thoughts? Can we move on?
Sure.
Okay.
What was your favorite moment, Ozzy?
Kevin McCarthy and Dick Miller because of Inner Space. Who's next?
Before this went on the air, I said I guarantee Ozzy will bring up Inner Space.
But Kevin McCarthy was in here for a more important reason, Ozzy. And do you know why? Todd does.
Why?
Because of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is what this is spoofing, paying homage to throughout this whole film.
The reason Joe Dante casts him in everything is because of his love of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
This is how bad the movie was, is I don't give a shit.
There's so for
Say your favorite
moment,
moments already so we can move on.
I'm
Happy
gonna do
Halloween,
two
everyone.
just because I want to. So first off, I do have to say there's a moment there was a really bad joke, and then they go, that one may be better on paper. And I was just like, that's probably Ozzy's thought of this entire movie. So but one of my favorite like kind of quick moments that happen, there was a time that someone goes, "Are you Nick?" And then that drunk girl who was like at the club all the time or whatever, she goes, "Only when he shaves." And then she had this stupid drunk laugh. That's such a bad, dumb joke. And this is what I love about the film. Like they know they're making stupid jokes, and I love every second of them.
Todd?
My favorite moment was today's review.
Goes to show you. It took me to make this movie better. So take that for what you will, ladies and gentlemen. So, critiques. I mean, from the opening credits to the end credits. Oh my gosh. It was practically everything. Everything. And everything. It's bad.
Sad.
So bad. I'm like, I think I would have rather finished Jack Frost than watch this movie again.
We should.
I did watch this twice. It was great.
Okay. Okay. You guys,
I do have to
critiques?
say, if I have to give it a critique, I did think the singing portion of it didn't feel like it. One, it was too long. Two, I didn't think it contributed to anything. Like I appreciated the awkwardness of the singing, which I thought was fine for the intro and like the theme song, because that's the movie is awkward, but I did feel like that part of it didn't really help push along enough for it to be necessary.
See, now I want to go back and fix my favorite moment because of that. Because I just watching it, I was laughing because I knew how much Ozzy was going to hate this.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like-
no, that's fair.
Once again, it takes me to make this movie better.
It made it funnier. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But no complaints. I was fine with it. It wasn't anything great. I do think out of the three, I probably did enjoy it the most. But I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a backhanded compliment, but I'll take it.
Ozzy. Well, I know you have to be giving this a 5 out of 5.
I'm giving this the drizzling shits review, where watching this feels exactly like having a case of the drizzling shits. That's my rating. Who's next?
I mean, I just feel that that's exfoliating and getting things purging your system. That's always good. That's healthy to do from time to time.
Have you ever had drizzling shits, Greg? Just think about that for a second. Drizzling shits. Drizzling.
Yeah. It's
You know how annoying that is?
yeah.
It's as
yeah.
annoying as the trail of the screaming forehead.
It's not as bad with a bidet, but still. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it is. It is. Because the drizzle part means it's not
Yeah.
all coming out.
Here's the thing. Like, we're in a world where we've got our Nintendo Switch or our PlayStation Portal or whatever that we could, just sit in a different place is fine. I don't mind, popping a squat. Yeah.
So you're saying that the only truly way to enjoy this movie is while engaging in another activity?
No, I'm just saying that the drizzling shits aren't as bad as they used to be. That's all.
Okay. This movie is like the drizzling shits before 1995.
Okay. All right.
Ah,
Who
okay.
needs shampoo bottles? That's not a good. Yeah. Anyway, rating wise, it's.
Be serious. Be honest.
I am. Because I did like the story a little bit more than the Lost Skeleton ones. And I did give a 5 to the original Lost Skeleton. I thought this story was better, but it's kind of got a Dan Brown effect on me at this point in time. Like I've read several Dan Brown books, but when you realize that the way they do things is the same, it starts to get stale. So depending on which order you watch things, maybe it loses some of its luster. I still found it funny.
Maybe.
Like, I still, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. I
Maybe
still
loses.
had fun. I still had a lot of fun. This isn't to knock it for it not because it was ridiculous. That's what I love. I love people being able to do something different, good, bad, or indifferent. Like I like someone doing something that's outside the norm, and I did find I understand what they're doing. I understand their humor. I find it intentionally ridiculous, and I appreciate that from them. So I'm still going to give this a 4. I really did have fun with this, even the second time around. But yeah, I had fun with this. But I'm starting to get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm getting the kind of story arc of these types of films, and hopefully there's something that makes it a little different next time.
I just want to point something out. This is a box. I could open this box, take a shit in it on camera in front of you guys, and that would be something different.
I'd be entertained.
I don't think you would. I don't
It'd
think
be
you would.
gross. Oh,
I'll tell you what, it would look
entertained.
exactly the same. Todd?
I wouldn't like it, but it would be entertaining because then it's in the world for everyone to see.
I'm a 2.5 out of 5. I'm right in the middle.
You guys are being too nice. Who do you guys know? Who do you guys know that worked on this movie?
Nobody.
Really?
There's only one of them that I know somebody.
Todd?
No, I don't know. Anyway,
Really?
I didn't suggest it, and when I work, and I always let people know. Don't make me push
Okay.
your favorite clip again.
No,
right,
I was literally the song in my head was the note or the clip from Curb Your Enthusiasm when like Larry asks somebody something and he doesn't trust them and that he's trying to look into their eyes and that song plays. That's what was going through in my head right now.
Oh, I know.
God, Todd, could you be so kind and tell me when this particular episode is airing?
Yes, I could tell you. I wish you would have said that. The October
Never mind,
20th,
I got it. October 20th.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, be sure to join us next week. We're going to review another Halloween comedy for the month of Halloween. And
The month of Halloween.
you guys have the month of Halloween. I'm sorry. The holiday of Halloween, I should say.
Hmm.
Do you guys have anything else to say about this
To
thing before we head out
make
this
you
evening?
at least semi-happy, Ozzy, because every time we have some movies, I ask my lovely wife if she'd like to watch any of them with me, and she asks, well, what are you watching? And I said, oh, Trail of the Screaming Forehead. She's like, what is that about? I go, it's another part of the Lost Skeleton series. And she's just like, nope, I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, just that should have been included in the review, to be honest, instead of just like, oh, by the way. Now that's something that's important that should be noted. But in case anyone watching or listening is going to be in the Orange County area this week, I'll be hosting trivia this Tuesday at the Rush Bar and Grill in Lake Forest, beginning at 7 o'clock. Also this Wednesday at the Brewery in Placentia, also at 7 o'clock. Both nights free to play and prizes for the top winning teams. Come on out, have some fun. There will be no mention of any of these films ever. And I go through a lot of BS to make connections with music to answers because it's something fun that I like to do. And I can promise that this will be the last time I ever utter the name of Larry. What is it, Greg?
Blamire, I think.
Ever again.
But if you go to one of Ozzy's trivias, make sure your team name references it. That'd be great.
Oh my God. No. Any team that uses Larry Blamire or whatever, or any reference to one of those piece of crap movies will automatically lose 5,000 points.
Worth it.
Not if you don't want to win, go for it. Because I have to say the team names. You realize that, Greg?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially if you name your team name Ozzy Loves insert movie title or
that
Larry.
is going to come with the biggest, afterward. I'm not going to say the word because then it's going to rub it in some more, but that's going to lead to the biggest footnote to a team name that I've ever given in my entire life. Might be longer than the actual trivia.
It's funny. I just have the next time I go to trivia, I have my team name for next time. It's gonna be great.
Lost Forehead of Private School.
Oh my God. It'll immediately turn into a 20-minute tirade in the middle of me announcing team names. And I'll have to save it for last and be like, I had to save this last name for last because it is this. And I need to specify that I do not love these films. I only have to say this because this is what the team name is. And if you ever come across one of these films, avoid it like the plague. That's what's going to, and it's going to be enhanced. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Plague's making a comeback. So.
All right. Anything else before we head out for this evening?
No, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for world famous juggler Greg Larson and Flesh Wound producer Todd, I'm Ozzy V, and we'll see you next week right here on a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Farce.